I don't know why I did that. What's up, everybody? Hello and welcome. Shit, I started it wrong. Hello and welcome. Welcome and hello, you guys. Today is Thursday, which means that it is vlog day. Yes. I've been gone just for a little bit. Had a birthday. It's no big deal. We're back in the saddle. We're going to be vlogging. We got a full-on, action-packed, jam-packed really with action. If you think about it, vlog tonight. I can't do that thing anymore where I put all the timestamps up here. Haven't been able to do that for a few years, but thankfully, my main man, Jeremy V, I don't even need to look. I already know he's in the chat. I already know he's in the chat. My main man, Jeremy V, he collects all the timestamps you see, and then he puts them in the first pinned comment. Yo-Yo-MX puts them in the first pinned comment right underneath this video. That's where the timestamps will live. But like I said, we got a full vlog tonight. We're going to be doing, I got a beer to taste. We quickly talk about what I've been vaping. I have a bunch of mail. I have a retro vape. I got a bunch of stuff tonight. The retro vape might actually get bumped. You know, we have a little bit of a rotating segment thing over here, and retro vaping always seems to be the one freaking segment that's just like, oh, it's the Matt Damon of this show. Just, oh, no time. Sorry, we got to bump Matt Damon again for time. Retro vaping is the Matt Damon. Just gets bumped. Just gets bumped every week. But dang, first things first, I guess the first thing I want to talk about is, how's everybody doing? Like, seriously, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? It's been a little bit weird recently. It's been a little bit weird recently here this week. Maybe it's just this household. Maybe I feel like tensions are just a little bit high. You know, we've been on quarantine for like a month now. We got another possible 2 full months of quarantine left. And I'm in quarantine, and I've been going a little bit stir crazy. It's just really bizarre. I mean, speaking personally, let's start this vlog off a little bit more personally here, shall we? This isn't getting to know GrimmGreen. I have a getting to know GrimmGreen segment planned, and it's going to be awesome. I've been working at home by myself for years now. Years. And so my first thought was, oh, quarantine, I work from home anyway. It's going to be fine. Business as usual. You're doing great, Danielle. I appreciate that. I don't love pods, Darren. Been working at home for, like, I got this. Quarantine life, bring it on. I work from home, fam. I'm used to this. I'm a homebody anyway, and I work from home. There is a distinct difference between working at home, like being a person that works from home, and then actually being quarantined. Actually, like, don't leave your property unless you absolutely have to. Like, at least when I worked from home, me and Casey, we go out to dinner, you know, every once in a while. We have weekly grocery shopping trips. We do that Target. We go to Target sometimes just for a date night. We'll go to Target and we'll go out and do things. And I'll go to Disneyland and I'll do things. I'm working from home, but at least I'm still doing things. This is like working from home and it's just, I didn't think about that, I guess. I didn't think about that. I know a lot of people on the internet, you know, and especially YouTube or whatever. I hate the term influencer, but influencers saying, oh, I've been working from home forever. I'm used to this. I thought the same way. I thought the same way until I didn't. Quarantine's going to make you fat, Dylan. Quarantine's going to do a lot of things to a lot of people. I had goals for quarantine, like I'm going to get back into drawing. I used to draw a lot. I have dozens of filled art pads of just drawings I used to do. And I'm like, I'm going to get back into drawing. And during this quarantine, have not got back into drawing. Thankfully, I've still been exercising. Thankfully, I've still been working out. But man, it's weird. It's just weird. It feels weird. It feels weirder, especially now that things are getting extended. And you know, I don't want to make this about COVID. I don't even want to talk about COVID. It's just been weird. It's been weird for me lately. I just want to, you know, it's been weird for me. If it's been weird for you, it's been weird for a lot of people, I think. So I genuinely hope you guys are all doing good and staying sane. And if you're an essential worker, thank you. Thank you. We really appreciate it. I feel like we are all in this together, you know. And we can't, when tensions get high like this, we have to make sure, not to mini bicker with each other, not to bicker with each other. We're what we have. Here's how we get through this. There's going to be a lot Gonna be a lot from this. So good. Well, I'm glad that people seem to be doing okay. Seem to be doing okay, making the best of it. Good. I need a little bit of injection of a little bit of positivity there. And I want to give a shout out to Terrell in the chat earlier. 2 months, cigarette free, 2 months. And I think that's just fantastic. Sometimes when I'm setting up my vlog, there's people in the chat, and I want to give a shout out to Zach, aka Pizza Beard, Quentin, Max, and Minnesota Fats. They basically hung out in my chat of this vlog like all day long. I set up the vlog stream at like 10 this morning or 10 or 11 this morning, and those dudes just hung out and chatted all day. You know, and they were talking about like skateboarding and vaping, and like it was cool. And I was like, you guys are cool to just hang out here and chat if you want. And they just kept going. They just kept chatting, and I thought that was just really cool. I like, bringing people together, right? The human connection. I just thought that was really cool, man. So shout out to you guys for hanging out and talking during my setting up of the live stream. We're going to do the super chats at the very end of every segment, and I think I've been getting a little bit better at it. I mean, I feel like I've been getting a little bit better at it. It used to be, it just didn't happen. I would go like 2 segments and people were in the, super chats. Nick, hey, I'm getting text messages. Do the super chats maybe. I feel like I'm getting a little bit better and better at this streaming thing as it goes along. I'll get to those super chats, but I mean, not right now. Technically, I guess that wasn't really a segment. I would call that like the intro. And now we're really going to get into the meat of the vlog, the meat of it. It's coming up. It's coming up right now. I'm going to do that thing that's my new favorite thing where I get to hear from one of my subscribers, but it's not a video. It's a very, very heartfelt, emotional email. Okay? I'm going to read this to you, and we're going to try to maintain our composure, but we're giving a shout out tonight. Someone named Night Gaunt or G. I have the option to call him 2 things, Night Gaunt or G. I kind of like the idea of G, that's just cool. So G sent me this email. Hey, Grimm, thanks so much for agreeing to let me email you. I wanted to see if you could give my dad, Steve Watson, a shout out on a video or a live stream sometime. I've been vaping for almost a year now, and my dad deserves the credit for helping me really look into vaping. He bought me a blue E-Cig about 2 years ago and wanted me to really try to quit smoking. The blue didn't work for me, but it inspired me to do some serious research into vaping, and I've been going strong since then. My dad has been in a nursing home for a few months now, and last Wednesday, March 19th, I got the call from the nursing home saying we needed to get up there immediately. My sister and I were able to make it up there and spend some time with him. At 3 a.m. on March 19th, the nursing home called and told us he had passed away. I'm really glad we were able to see him before we lost him. Since then, everything has been a blur. Between all this craziness with COVID-19 and then losing my dad, it's hard to keep track of the days. So I just want to say thanks, Dad, for helping me get started with vaping. I miss you terribly, and I hope you're off fishing somewhere where they are biting like crazy. Rest in power. Love you. Feels, G. Feels. If you're quarantined with your parents, hug them after washing your hands, or just tell them that you love them. I can't tell my dad anymore, but I'm sure he still knows it. Take care and stay safe, everyone. G. So we're not only shouting out G, we're shouting out G's dad, Steve Watson. Absolutely. So sorry for your loss, G. So sorry for your loss. During this time, I couldn't even imagine. Couldn't even imagine. But he left us with a great quote from Plato. Music is a moral law. It gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and charm to a gaiety of life and to everything. Absolutely. Rest in peace, Steve Watson. If anybody else out there has anything that they would like to see featured on this vlog, whether it's a video, if you're camera shy, you can always send in an email. I love it. It's my new favorite thing. It's been my new favorite thing for a few years now, but if you have anything, you send them on over to me. nick@grimmgreen.com. Just mark it that one thing. That one thing. Chances are I'll see the attachment. I have no water. I have no hydro, homie. Crap. Okay, look, that's fine, because what I have to do right now is read the super chats. Yep, because it's the end of a segment. I knew it. You knew it. Joe, you've seen them. Let's do the super chats. Wow, there's a bunch of super chats, you guys. Thank you so much. The Voorhees Files. I hope you enjoyed the birthday. Bro, I definitely did. I had a really honestly great relaxing day. I was telling myself, I'm not going to work on my birthday. I'm just not going to work. I'm not going to do anything. That ended up didn't really happening. I did a little bit of work. I got a bicycle for my birthday from my amazing wife. She got me a bicycle. I've been wanting a bicycle for a really long time. And then when we moved to the Valley, I'm like, Pickle, the Valley's so great for a bicycle. I could ride bicycle everywhere. Finally got a bicycle. I'm pumped. It's been raining nonstop, just miserably dreary, rainy in Los Angeles. But I got a bike, and I had a pretty great day. Voorhees Files. I appreciate that. Neil, very gracious of you. Max, go to bed. That's right. We have to tell Max to go to bed because it's past your bedtime, Max. What about you, Neil? Don't you need to go to bed too? That's fine. You can catch it on the replay, Neil. It's all good. Raging Vapor, very gracious of you. Happy belated birthday. Hope you and Casey had fun. Yeah, I mean, we had fun. We had a great day. Casey made a Magnolia bakery cake. Honestly, Casey had to work most of the day. And so I did a live stream in the morning with my patrons, and that's really all. And then I just hung out. I watched movies. I did exactly what you would expect me to do in California. I mean, come on. Do I need to spell it out for you? Ethan, very gracious of you. Happy late birthday. Hope you enjoyed your time off. Sending positive vibes. Ethan, thank you for those positive vibes last week. And I will honestly, shoot your positive vibes into my hands, and I'll collect them and store them for later, because I need all the positive vibes I can get. And Ethan, your positive vibes last week really turned the day around, and I really appreciated that, Ethan. Gabriel, very gracious of you, man. You didn't say anything. You didn't have to. There's a Boosh fist bump for you. New Wave Dave, Tri-conned my brain, beer in hand, jamming Sepultura, Ratamatata. That's perfect. How can you hear the vlog over the Sepultura? That's fine. I don't want to compete with Sepultura. Here's what you do. You turn GrimmGreen down, and you turn Sepultura way up, and then you pour your beer on your head. Zach, very gracious of you. Doing about as good as you look, sir. Really? So you must be doing pretty good. And here's the thing. I know that this is a repeat shirt. It just happens to be my favorite Dixon flannel, and it's kind of becoming like my vlog flannel. It's just my vlog shirt. When I put it on, I feel very stately and vloggy, and I just like to wear it. And if I'm being really, really honest, as long as we're talking about appearances here, Zach, this might be the last week of No Hat Nick. My hair's growing out. I just can't do it anymore. I'm starting to look like a politician, and it's just weird. It's getting poofier and poofier every day. Hats might be coming back. Yes, I am that vain. I care about my appearance. I might be putting a hat on soon. Unless this COVID pandemic wraps it up soon, which... Are we even going to get a summer vacation? Maybe not. Maybe, but maybe not. I'm going to be wearing a hat. I'm going to have long bogan mullet hair growing out of the bottom of my hat, because it's going to be months and months before I can get a haircut. I'm just going to be gray bogan with mullet out the back of my hat. Appreciate that, Pizza Beard. Appreciate that. Pizza Beard. Sorry, Zach, a.k.a. Pizza Beard. Discount 02. Yo Grimm. If you want a fruity flavor that's a daily banger, try Flitzelli by Vipri. All right, bro, you're going to have to hit me up with a link to that. Flitzel by Vippen. Love you, man. Stay safe. Wash your face and don't touch your hands. That's right. Here's what we should be telling people. Wash your hands and wash your face. And then you can touch both. Or no, I guess don't touch your eyes. That's what they're trying to say. Don't touch your eyes. All right, I'm going to do one more here, Southern Comfort, but I do have to drink a beer and get water. Southern Comfort, very gracious of you. I sent pics of the Refuse Resist tats to you on Instagram messages with a bonus pic. My American Bulldog Sadie. I'm Southern Comfort on there. Happy birthday. Oh, thank you, Southern Comfort. I'm stoked to see your Sepultura tattoos and your Bulldog Sadie. Appreciate that. Eifer. Okay, one more from Eifer. That's funny. Just got back into drawing. Let's get back into drawing, Eifer. I want to get back into drawing. I used to really, really love it. Loved it. Loved it beyond. I loved it. I love drawing and I love art and I like the idea of creating stuff, just creating it from nothing. That's awesome. I think that's awesome. So what we're going to do right now, you guys, are you ready for this? Let's do this. Let's do this. So I have a beer to taste, but it's a beer. Josh. I think this came from Josh. This beer came from Josh and is another one of these open over the sink beers, okay? Open over the sink. It specifically says on there, open over the sink. And the last beer that I had to open over the sink erupted just, crazy, like the movie Volcano, with Pierce Brosnan. Yeah, that's a movie. That's how it erupted. I don't want to take that risk again. So this one says open over the sink. So I'm going to try to open it over the sink. So what I'm going to do, as predicted by my wife, I'm going to hit the beer segment bumper. I'm going to go get this beer. I'm going to open this beer and I'm going to bring it back here. And I'm going to try to be as fast as I possibly can. But chances are you're going to come back from this to a blank shot of my office, which here's what I'll say. I'll even move my microphone. If you want to take this opportunity to take a screen capture, like a screenshot of just my blank office and use it in like the background of your Zoom calls or in the background of Skype or anything like that, totally cool, totally allowed. I'll be right back. Beer, go. It's actively erupting. I've already tasted it because I had about a gallon of foam going in my mouth. Similar reaction to the other beer. Very Pierce Brosnan, as they say, very Volcano. It's a sour. It's a peach sour, and I'll prove it to you. Open over the sink. Just in case. Yeah, no shit, just in case. Peach sour, 7.6%, brewed in 2018. I'm excited. I'm excited to try the beer that's left in here, which is a substantial amount. I don't want anybody to think this was a total beer loss. It was a little bit of a beer loss. And that, it's just sad. I see the beer like jettisoning out just projectile foam coming out of the top of this bottle, and it's legitimately making me sad. I'm thinking, look at all that beer going right down the drain. Look at all that look at all of Josh's hard work. Look at all of Josh's hard work and his beer, and it's brewing it and it's going down the sink right now. So let's get into this sour. There's definitely going to be enough for a very full glass of this 7% sour. I don't even care. I'm going all in. I want the sediment and everything. Give it to me. Okay, that's what's left. Let's do a little science here. That's what's left from the bottle that was full. And it was bizarre because I've never seen beer do this before. Generally, if you open a beer and it's going to explode, it's going to happen right away. I open the beer and volcano, Pierce Brosnan movies come out at me. This, I just opened the bottle, nothing happened. And I even shouted at Casey. I was like, ha, nothing. She's like, nothing? And nothing. We had a time to have like a little chit chat back and forth. And then suddenly, and without warning, it was like I owed the beer money, and it got a good look at me, and I just saw the bubbles start happening. I was like, uh-oh. And I backed up, and it was like a fountain, like a delayed, crazy fountain of beer, of sour beer. Man, that was weird. Very weird. And I had to get some water because hydro homies. So, Josh, we're digging in. We're digging into this beer, the 7%er, this peach sour. Cheers. Boosh. Here's to you guys. It's so sour. That is excessive amounts of sour. Yeah, sweet, peachy, sour, very carbonated, very effervescent. I'm bringing it back. Also, Ruby Roo, you know what I'm bringing back? Ruby Roo, you know what I'm bringing back? Boring and... Anyway, sweet, peachy, very carbonated, very effervescent, very sparkly, kind of a big, heavy mouthfeel, and it's also very dry on the finish. It feels like a champagne or something like that. Like it's got that astringent, sort of drying finish on it. It's good. It's delicious. It's delicious and sweet and peachy. Sweet and sour. I mean, it's a sour. It is very sour. And my initial reaction was a little bit of an overreaction for the sake of comedy, but it is very sour. Every time I take a drink of it, my brain makes the face that my face made when I tasted it. The only thing I can think to pair with this is Sifu. One of my patrons, Mr. Sifu Mustache, he made me a DIY called Peach Among Worlds that I have just crushed. I've just destroyed this liquid like crazy. Peach Among Worlds, sour peach beer. Could be a thing. Let's try it out. Delightful. Quite. Yes, it's quite delightful. That's actually really good. That's a nice little pairing right there. Peach Among Worlds. It's peachy. It's got I don't even know what the recipe of this liquid is, Sifu. I'll tell you what I get is mostly peach, but not just like a peach. It tastes like there's like 3 or 4 different peach flavorings in here. It's a very, very big peach flavor. A little bit of like graham cracker or creamy graham cracker or something on the finish. It's got a slight like bakery backbone, but not, I wouldn't consider it like a bakery flavor. It's kind of that weird middle ground, where it's not a fruity flavor, but it's not quite a bakery flavor. It's not pony on acid, but it's not boule bolu. It's kind of this weird, a little bit of bakery kind of sprinkled in there, peppered in there. That's kind of what I get out of this. Sorry, burp life. I'll burp away from the microphone. Good. Delicious. I like it. I'm almost done with the beer. And that's a hazy sour right there. That's a hazy sour. Anyway, I'm almost done with this, and I don't want to be done with it yet. I want to drink more of it. So let me do a couple more super chats. Let's do couple more super chats. That's all you get. You just get a black screen for a second. None of the bumper. Just that's it. That's all you get. I believe we left off with Eifer, and he was getting into drawing again. Yes, he was. Grant, very gracious of you, man. Happy birthday, buddy. Ordered ordered in some Blaze and having a beer. Hope you had an amazing birthday. Nice. I get it, Grant. That's awesome. I had a good birthday. Barbara, I believe you liked sculpting too. Creamer sculptures. Oh, sculpting. Yeah, creamer sculptures. Wow, that's a throwback to when I was like a child. My cousin Barbara, everybody. Watson was our great grandpa's name. Watson. Well, maybe we're related. Maybe I'm related. It could be. Barbara, I do have a package from you here as well that we're going to be opening during the Vape Mail segment. So we're looking forward to that. I think I know what's in it, but I'm really excited. Sean, how have you been? I sent a large message. I might be onto something, maybe not. Okay, Sean, I will definitely check it out. It's very gracious of you. Gabriel, happy belated birthday. Got a goat and you love it? Sick. Thank you. Stoked you got the goat. Stoked you love it. I still stand by the goat. In fact, we're going to be liquid tasting out of the dead goat tonight. Zach, very gracious of you. Do the Dixon flannels run small? I'm a giant dude who loves flannels. No, the Dixon flannels for me run big. I wear, I used to be extra large everything. Now I'm like between an extra large and a large everything. I wear medium-sized Dixons. Medium. And I'm about 6 foot tall, 185 pounds. I wear a medium. So I feel like they run big, but I don't know. If they say order to size, but if you want a slim fit, order down, you know? Anyway, the Vaping Australian, I'm not here to talk about Dixons. Look, I'll spend time talking about Dixon when they become a sponsor of the YouTube or a sponsor of the podcast or something, or a sponsor of the vlog. Get on Dixon to sponsor the vlog. We'll have a Dixon segment. We can talk about new Dixon flannels coming up, but we're not doing that right now. The Vaping Australian, yo brother, yo to ya. Appreciate that. J Blaze coils, Gray Bogan equals GrimmGreen. GrimmGreen. All right, GrimmGreen. Well, on that note, Mr. GrimmGreen, let me real quickly this isn't an official segment. I just want to tell you guys a few things that I've been vaping. I've just been fascinated because I've been using this Hexome recoil Peach Among Worlds combo just nonstop. And I haven't had a setup like this in a really long time, just due to the nature of what I do. I'm constantly fiddling and setting up and taking down and this and that. And I'll usually have like one setup that I like to keep around. This has been going for a really long time. I have never blazed through an entire 120 using the same mod and the same atomizer. I don't think that has honestly ever happened. A 120 will get put into 18 different toppers and like 5 different sub-ohm tanks. Like, I've never done this. And so I feel like we're coming down to the end of an era. You know, this was like my COVID vape, my Hexome and my recoil with my Peach Among Worlds. It was reliable, you know? And now I don't have that anymore. I have no more Peach Among Worlds. That's okay. I've been vaping it like crazy. It's awesome. I always have a Grimm kit going. This just happens to be the purple one. The liquid, and I'm making no apologies about that drip tip. If you don't like that drip tip, you can get out. I'm just kidding. It's dorky as hell, isn't it? It's so dumb. It's so dumb, but I like it. And on the inside is fucking Dwayne's Ohm Shake. I don't know why he refused to let me try this for some reason. He made Ohm Shake. It's an Indonesian liquid, and I wanted to try it, and then Ohm Shake is released, and I'm like, I haven't tried it. I haven't got to try it. I finally got to try it. Dwayne doesn't hype up this juice at all, but it is legitimately awesome. It's a great strawberry milkshake. And the way that the milkshake, I don't know, it's hard to explain, you know, but it's a shakier milkshake. It's more milkshake than it is strawberry almost. I mean, it's so balanced that you get a lot of this like really creamy milkshake. Anyway, this is a 6 milligram and I've been doing it mouth to lung. I use the Grimm kit with the mesh coil heads on the mouth to lung airflow at 22 watts. And it's just whatever. It's my favorite thing. Ohm Shake, it's just really good. BMI Touch, that's that brass Grimm Army, one of one that exists. And I've been using it with that Ultem K-Fun, 6 milligram pony on acid in the inside. That's kind of just been there. Additionally, this monster from Def Mods and that Death Trap 2 RDA. I finally did a video for it almost a year too late. Still a pretty good RDA. And Coil Turd is actually sending me 2 more monster coils, Goliath coils. No, what did we call them in the video? Behemoth coils to try out in this. He said a Sharpie he thinks would be too big. And I was like, you don't even have this already. Like, there's no way for you to even know that. Just wrap one on a Sharpie and send it to me. I suppose he's doing me the favor, and I'll be nicer to Beecher. Thank you, Beecher, for sending me the coils. I shouldn't be a dick because you're doing me a favor. Thank you. Transistor Tango melon on the inside. Just cloud chasing. Just cloud chasing for days. It's basically all this thing does. This is basically going to become one of my end game setups, and I'm not joking about this in any capacity. The clutch mech has outshined every tube mech that I have, that I've ever put my hands on. I'm a mech guy. I love tube mechs. I love this clutch more than I love tube mechs. Original recipe recoil on top. That's a DHD metal head. This is super good. Super good e-liquid out of the UK. I've been going through this 120, and it's lemon blueberry sponge cream. Lemon blueberry sponge cream. And it's been quite the delightful little vape. I love a good lemon berry. It's one of my, like, I just love a good lemon berry. This has this, like, custardy kind of bakery component to it as well. Anyway, loving it. I just love the clutch because I hold it like this and I hit the button with my finger. It's the ultimate mech mod. Amazing. Amazing. And then lastly, but certainly not leastly, I have a plan for this. This is my Axis Vape M17 sitting with that Atmazoo tripod. And one of the things that we have in the vape mail this week, I'm very sure of it, is a package from M-Turk. And there's MTL coils in there. And I want to put, if I can, in this vlog, why am I even attempting to do this? Why am I even attempting to do this? Doesn't even matter. I'm going to try it anyway. I want to put a mouth-to-lung coil in this Atmazoo tripod. And I believe I can do that without emptying it because I think one of the features of this is that I can pull the deck out, put a new build on it, put a new airflow in it, and put it all back together without having to sacrifice the liquid on the inside. So that's the plan, okay? That's the plan. We're going to try to stick to it as best we possibly can. As best as we possibly can. And I wanted to give a real quick update. This vlog is just going to run long. Son of a bitch. I just wanted to give an update on that Caliburn coil head that I built. On Monday, I uploaded a video about rebuilding your Caliburn coil heads, and I rebuilt it. Like, my first try, just went in there blind and tried to rebuild it. Turned out pretty good, and I got some really good vapes off of it. And then all of a sudden, it just went burnt on me like I've never experienced before in a Caliburn pod. And I thought, well, it's my first coil, you know. I knew it wasn't going to be perfect, but it really went sideways really bad. And it started off good and then just got worse and 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 worse. And now it's to the point where I don't get, thanks, Michelle, I don't get any good flavor from it anymore. I only get burnt. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if the way I was building it, something shifted in there or moved or kinked or something a little bit, but my coil head went from awesomely rebuilt and brand new, feeling fresh within the span of a day to acrid, horrible deathness that I don't even want to vape on because I know it's just going to be terrible. And at this point, I'd rather not even waste my time rebuilding it. I would just rather get a new Caliburn coil head and put it on there. So that's the update for the Caliburn coil head. PCC still rules. PCC still rules. So what should we do now? Do you guys want to jump straight into some news and advocacy? Or, see, because if I open the vape mail, I'm going to get those coil heads, or I'm going to get those MTL coils. I'm going to want to put them in the tripod. It's going to be this whole big song and dance. You know, it's going to be a big thing. So I'm going to take Michelle Lynn's advice. I'm going to hydrate with some water out of a coffee mug. Wait, thinking ahead. Coffee mug should last me the whole vlog. Yeah. It's not. I feel like I'm on the Conan O'Brien show. It's not going to last me long. So, super chats. Real quick. Let's just do some more super chats. You know what? Let's see the logo. There you go. Let's do a couple more. Get more of these super chats. Where did we leave off? That's right. Jay Blaze and Grimm Grogan. Appreciate that. Jamie, very gracious of you. Being in isolation in the UK, Wales at the moment is really starting to get me down. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people down. But your streams have been helping keep up the good work, dude. Oh, cool. I mean, thank you. That's very awesome. I'm glad. I want my streams to help out. That's why I've been streaming so much. And I think next week we're just going to back at it, pound and pavement, Tuesday, bro, Tuesday, wildcard Wednesday, the vlog Thursday. I might even throw a stream in on Friday. Like, we are really getting into this quarantine, and I got nothing but content, and we're just going to be making shit. We're going to be making crazy content, you guys. Crazy content. Jake Scrapwood, very gracious of you. Once I get home, gonna have a vlog in the background and finish the wife's new mod. Her birthday is Saturday. Well, happy birthday to your wife, Jake. Get to work on that mod. If you post a picture of it on social media, please tag me because I'd like to see it. I'd like to see your work. Update on the juice. I sent you a link on Insta. Okay, thank you, Discount02. When people come out of the gate with like a really strong juice recommendation, especially when people say, look, I've been vaping this juice for like 3 years, or look, I've been vaping this juice for like 4 years. I definitely want to try it. How could you turn that down? Why would you say no? Why would you not want to try a liquid that someone has been vaping nonstop for 5 years? Obviously, it's not bad. It's got to be good. I want to try it. Appreciate that, Discount20. Discount02. Damn. Someday I'll get it right. Matt Sinister, very gracious of you. I'm officially off Club Graveyard? What? Since I'm out on workman's comp? Okay. That's a positive, even if it's only temporary. Cheers with an MGD in my hand. Fuck yeah, MGD. That's the real MVP, is the MGD. MGD is the MVP. Well, I'm glad you're off Club Graveyard, even if it's only just for a little bit. Appreciate that, Matt Sinister. Tyra, very gracious of you. Where can I get some titanium flathead grub screws for OG Rebel? Much love and cheers. Beer in the white, one hand, rage, OG Rebel in the other. I don't know. And I'm sorry that I don't know. I don't know if you could track down titanium flathead grub screws for the OG recoil. Here's what I'm going to do for the OG Rebel, not the recoil, the Rebel. Here's what I'll do. I'll get with Dwayne. I'll ask Dwayne. I'll get you an answer as soon as I possibly can. Okay. I'll try my best for you. I promise. I'll try my best for you. So here, that's where we're going to leave off super chats for now. I do want to get into some news and advocacy because there's just it's going to be pretty infuriating. And I'm going to try to approach this in like the most breezy, kind of entertaining, funny way possible, and just keep it a little bit lighthearted because truly and honestly, it's sickening. It's disgusting. It will make you rage. It made me rage. I got all the raging basically out of my system today. So now we're going to talk about it. Let's just do it. Let's jump into some news and advocacy. That bumper's shorter. So news and advocacy. Here we go. I'm going to read you this first. This is from the FDA. So everybody's been quarantined, right? We're all working from home. Those of us that are working from home are working from home. People are being quarantined. Families are being quarantined together, and parents are having to act as teachers in some sort of capacity in order to continue to educate their kids, right? I mean, I'm assuming that's what's going on. Lots of homeschooling, home learning. People are getting lesson plans sent to them via the internet. There's internet online, learning portals, things like this. Homeschooling, right? Homeschooling. But FDA made sure, you don't even worry, you guys. The FDA has put together some vape education for you to educate your kids about vaping. the truth about vaping, as said by the Food and Drug Administration. Their workbooks, its pages, its workbooks, its activities, all based around vaping, and it's all insanity. It's all just in crazy world. Just crazy world. It's insane. And so the first thing I wanted to show you is this. We can read this all together. Virtual learning. FDA. Youth E-Cig prevention materials for middle and high school students. With many schools across the country currently closed, FDA and Scholastic continue to develop youth e-cigarette prevention education materials. I have so many thoughts going through my head right now. The number one reason given on the National Youth Tobacco Survey for youths initiating with vaping and e-cigarettes was curiosity. Curiosity. Doesn't this just seem like, instead of saying, oh, this is prevention education materials. Yeah, definitely prevention education materials. Sounds like prevention education materials. Or could it be that you're just going to teach kids who otherwise wouldn't have known about it about vaping? All materials are available for free on the Real Cost of Vaping website and are adaptable to virtual learning. Missing school is not easy for families, but Scholastic grounded these lessons in core subject and weaved in activities that involve statistics, reading comprehension, writing presentation, and media literacy. So during unexpected times at home, these digital materials are still accessible for learning. So during these times at home, we still want to be able to get our weird ass fucking anti-health propaganda to your kids somehow and scare them about vaping. And the only way that we can do that is by putting it online and hoping that the parents do this job for us. What kind of weird ass world are we living in right now where we have all of these parents who don't want to talk to their kids about vaping and says, well, the government should protect my kids from vaping and I'll let the government educate my kids about vaping. And now those same parents, the government's saying, nope, I'm sorry, parents, you're going to have to do your job, but here's a bunch of propaganda that can help you along the way. You don't even have to learn anything. Just recite this jargon to your kids. Just recite all this hogwash to your kids. And then you're doing our job for us, which should be your job. But instead of doing your job, you got us to do your job. So now you're going to have to do your job, but we're going to show you how to do your job. It's insanity. I cannot wait. I can't wait. Real quickly, before we even get into that, there's just a few quick things that I wanted to mention. Some links I'm going to throw down here in the description. The deadline for, I'm sure we've all heard this, the deadline has been moved. PMTA deadline is moved. It's no longer May 2020 because COVID 2020, COVID-19 pandemic. It's been extended to September 2020, few months. Essentially just a stay of execution. I don't really think anybody in the vape space should be painting it any other way than stay of execution. That's right, Logan. Dare lives on. Dare lives on. We're going to get back to that in 1 second, Logan, I promise. I didn't mean to, I got so much anticipation. I needed to get the FDA thing out there, and I forgot that there was some other things I wanted to mention real quickly first in the news and advocacy segment. But the extension, it's 9 months or 6 months or something like that. And like I said, I don't think anybody on the tobacco harm reduction side of this or in the vape space of this should be presenting this as anything other than just a literal stay of execution. It's a few more months that a lot of these companies get to be on the market. The reasoning that they're giving for it is, well, COVID-19, right? Oh, the FDA, all of our, it's all tied up. We're all tied up with all this COVID stuff. I personally don't think that the FDA could have handled the amount of applications of PMTAs that were going to come in, even without COVID-19. I think they were woefully underprepared. And really, this doesn't change anything. PMTAs are still going to happen in September 2020. I don't think that the FDA or the government or the powers that be are really going to take this time, this 6 months, to streamline the PMTA process or anything like that, or maybe get those, help for small businesses that Secretary Azar promised us months ago. Maybe those will come to fruition. I doubt it. I think the odds of that are really slim to none. I think this is just a stay of execution. I think September this year is going to happen, and we're going to be exactly where we are literally right now on the eve of the PMTA, except there's not going to be any COVID. We're going to hopefully by September be COVID free. I guess you never know. I've heard everywhere that I've read, Danielle, it's been extended. Maryland federal judge said on Friday that he would grant a 120-day extension to the deadline for e-cigarette regulatory applications. This was as of Friday. This was as of April 6th. This was as of Monday. The deadline has been moved. Again, don't think that really means anything. I'll put this link down in the description. This is from law360.com. I'll put this link down in the description right there. Or in the chat rather, and I'll also have that in the description of this video as well. I also just want to share this article from Reason Magazine. I make my political affiliations very, very widely known. Everybody knows, and everybody's going to say the same thing. I'm a freedom guy and I'm a registered libertarian. And I don't mean to push it on you. It's just the lens that I view a lot of this stuff through. So this is my perspective on things. And one of the websites that I read and frequent regularly. Wait, what? It has to go through another court first. Oh, okay. Oh, they still need a fourth. Okay. So never mind. PMTA hasn't moved. And if it does, this is useless news. This is fucking useless news. If it does move, it doesn't matter. If it doesn't move, it doesn't matter. It might get moved. It needs to go through another thing first. And even if it does, we're going to get to September and it's going to be the same thing that we're in right now. I think that's where we're at. So it might get moved. I'll rechange the headline of that to PMTA might get moved. Keep the subtext of, and ultimately it won't really matter. It won't ultimately really matter anyway. Let's read this from Azim Chowdhury here. Unfortunately, this article is not quite accurate. We still need the Fourth Circuit to remand back to the district court to revise the PMTA deadline in the original remedies order. Until that happens, Judge Grimm's indicative order challenging the date has no legal effect. Cool. All right. Well, damn. I was all excited to report some useless news about the PMTA changing, and then it didn't even change. So I guess we're still in the same situation we were before. PMTAs are still coming. PMTAs are still definitely coming. So one of the places on the internet that I like to read articles and things like this is Reason Magazine. And that's no big secret. I share a lot of Reason Magazine stuff on Tuesday Bro Tuesday. We've read a lot of Guy Bentley's articles from Reason Magazine in the past. And this was one that I kind of read recently, and I just want to share it. I'm not going to go over it or anything, but I want to say I'm a little bit disappointed in Reason Magazine, because Reason Magazine, you can kind of rely on a little bit, not to be too crazy sensationalist, Their headlines are always very matter-of-factly. Like this one that I was reading the other day says, to enforce social distancing rules, cops fined a Pennsylvania woman who was driving alone. Those are just the straight-up facts. As ridiculous as they are, those are just the straight-up facts. This one, how the CDC and the FDA wrecked the U.S. economy, might be a little bit of a sensationalist headline, but it was enough to get me to read it. And yeah, definitely you should read this article. I put it in the description of this, or put it in the chat right now. I'm putting it in the description of this video as well. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good little article. It's hypercritical of the CDC. It's hypercritical of the FDA. I love that a lot of people are really starting to distrust the state more and more recently as this lockdown and COVID quarantine kind of goes on. That's referencing the meme at the very beginning of this video with people starting to distrust the state. You see it kind of more and more happening, right? People who previously maybe were like, hey, Mike Pence ain't so bad, whatever. He's a vice president, he's fine. Now people are really being hypercritical of Mike Pence. People are being really hypercritical of the Surgeon General. Non-vapers are being very highly critical, like hypercritical of the Surgeon General, and it just makes me so happy. It just makes me so happy because we've seen firsthand, vapers have seen firsthand how the CDC handles things, how the Surgeon General handles things, like how they get involved with things like the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids and the Truth Initiative, and how they distort just enough to make it blurry to you, to make you confused and things like this. Not clear information, but sort of vague information and a lot of buzzwords and things like that. We've been seeing it go on for years, and COVID-19 has brought to light all of those things that we have been seeing for years, and now everybody's being hypercritical of these health orgs. Everybody's being hypercritical of the Surgeon General, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. So that's just a little bit of whatever libertarian propaganda. If you want to read it, you're more than welcome to. If you don't, then that's it. That's where it ends, and you just don't do it. I'll put that link. I just deleted that link. Hang on, I'm going to go back in the chat. I'm going to open the link again. Now I'll save the link and we'll put it in the description of this video. I think that is all of sort of like the random sort of mishmashy news. Okay, yeah, there was this one other thing. We live in a crazy, crazy ass world. Why do we live in such a crazy, crazy ass world? So when an influencer, there's that word again, influencer, I'm just an influencer. I influence people. What do you do for a living? I influence people. Stupid. It's a stupid word, and I stupid hate that stupid word. But when a person of whatever, when an influencer does a product placement sponsored thing, right? So I don't have any examples because I don't have. Let's just pretend that Anakin paid me to review this Proton Mini. And then in the description of the video, I would put that this is sponsored content from Anakin. We have to be very transparent with things like this. If I go on Instagram and I say, you guys should all pick up a K-Fun. It's awesome. I love the K-Fun and I think everybody should buy one. But Svoj Mesto paid me to say that, but I don't disclose that. You get into this gray area of what is actually genuine on the internet as far as news and opinions, and what is bought and paid for on the internet as far as views and opinions, and where in between do unbiased things land, regardless of if you got paid for it. You can, you would never get paid for a positive review. I mean, there's nobody that would, I don't want to say nobody, but there's nobody that I know that would ever accept money for a positive review or a positive, sort of message or branding or something. Of something otherwise that you wouldn't do. It's like, I'm not going to go over to Chris Mixworld and be like, hey, Chris Mixworld, I will pay you $1,000 to say that this is the best pod system on the planet. Would Chris Mixworld say yes? No, of course not. Not unless Chris Mixworld thought that this really was the best pod system on the earth. At least that's the way I operate. Well, fast forward to now we have moms on the internet. Moms on the internet getting paid to push anti-vaping agendas by Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids. What? That is a crazy sentence that I just said. It is absolutely true. We've had a resurgence, insurgence, surge. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. I didn't need to get so complicated with it. We've had a surge in no offense to any Karens, that if you're named Karen and you're here, welcome. Gates open, come on in. But we have this surge in these Karen type of characters that want to speak to the manager, that are just mad mothers on Twitter. Well, Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids, which is funded in large part by Bloomberg, it has recently suspended its big social media campaign where they were giving moms, just moms, $250 to send out anti-vaping messages in their personal feeds, in their personal Twitter, Facebook feeds. It says, we're looking for influencers, motherly influencers, moms influencing other moms. We're looking for influencers to do 3 social shares on their platform across 6 weeks starting March 18th. What? There's criteria. The moms have to have 4,000 or more social media followers and at least one child between 9 and 18. Then they would get paid $250 to send out 3 tweets over the course of 6 weeks with this anti-vaping message. And they don't have to disclose it in any capacity. They don't have to say, Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids gave me $250 to rag on vaping on social media. They just have to rag on social media, on vaping on social media, and then get paid. And they don't have to disclose anything. So now we're getting into this area of, what do you even read on the internet that you can take at face value anymore? Unless you know the character of the person, unless you don't know where that, you could see a mom on the internet just saying, yeah, vaping, it's bad, and epidemics, and I'm just a concerned mother, and I have an 18-year-old, and I don't want him vaping, and I'm just a concerned mother. And they're not. They're literally getting paid to say that. Literally getting paid to say that. Another requirement of the marketing money, another requirement to collect this money, is that you have to verbally confirm. Now, this is the craziest shit of all time. Another requirement to collect this money is that you have to verbally confirm that you have never recommended e-cigarettes as a means to quit smoking. In order to collect this $250, you have to be a mother with 4,000 followers at least, a child between 9 and 18, and you have to confirm that you have never recommended e-cigarettes as a means to quit smoking. What? That's insane. That's a whole other level of like weird social engineering. It just opens this can of worms as to what else could they even possibly get away with? Could Bloomberg just privately pay citizens to push his message? If you got a text from Mike Bloomberg that was like, click here to redeem $100 and post an anti-vaping tweet, that's scary to me. That's legitimately scary to me. With influencers and products, that's something else, right? That's something completely different. If I was an influencer and I was like, yeah, this Apple Magic Trackpad, it's awesome and I love it. And at the end of the day, it's just a trackpad. And if I'm lying and I say that this is great and it's really not great, but they paid me to say that it was great, and then you buy a cruddy product, the worst thing that happens is you buy a cruddy product. And we make people that do that accountable for when their shit is sponsored. And now we just have regular people, not even influencers, just regular people not having to disclose why they're saying the things that they're saying. Just controlling the narrative. It's insane. I mean, Drives me nuts. I mean, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. There's nothing else. It's fucking crazy. So I'm going to put this link in the chat right here. I'm going to put this link in the description as well, and you can check it out for yourself. This comes from Inside Sources, which I don't know much about inside sources. I looked into inside sources. It just seems to be alternative news media. That's it. Put this link, put the link down in the description. I just put it in the chat, and it will be in the description of this video as well. So let's get back I see now I spent too much time on the other things. It's fine. You know what? Vlogs, they just, always all over the place, right? 8,000% all over the place. Let's get into some of this FDA-ness. Virtual learning, youth e-cig prevention materials for middle and high school students. So let's take a look at this one sheet kind of together, and let's point out everything wrong with it. Okay, go. Ready? Vaping resource page. These are, if you're ready for this word, facts. Facts about vaping. Facts. Facts about vaping. Today's vaping problem is real. Vaping is on the rise among teens. More than 5 million U.S. youth currently use e-cigarettes. Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it can have serious health consequences. Study these pages to help keep you and your family safe. Wow. 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 Vaping problem is real. Facts. I don't know why. I mean, it's just facts, right? My favorite one over here, I guess it would be to the right-hand side of your monitor. What's that say? Kids who vape are more likely to start smoking cigarettes. Didn't the Stanton Glantz study that showed that get retracted? And as far as I know, that's the only study. Stanton Glantz is the only study that made the link between e-cigarettes and future tobacco use. And it had to be retracted. But I guess that doesn't stop the FDA from using it. No, let's definitely use retracted science. Let's definitely make the claim that kids who vape are more likely to start smoking cigarettes, even though there's no evidence that shows that. And the evidence that did show that had to be retracted for being unreliable. Remember when I said I was going to try to keep this fun and not rage sweaty? Well, here we are. We're just getting into full-on rage sweat mode. A recent outbreak of serious lung illnesses linked to vaping products, including e-cigarettes, which, no, I mean, that's wrong again. None of them were linked to e-cigarettes. In fact, zero, big zero of them were related to nicotine products. In fact, not one of the lung injury cases were directly related to nicotine e-cigarettes in any capacity. But we're still going to put that on the FDA facts. Facts about vaping. Most e-cigarettes, including the popular brand Juul, contain nicotine, the same highly addictive chemical in regular cigarettes. I just don't like that statement. It's true. I just don't like it because it's painting it completely wrong, just disingenuously wrong. Nicotine is in e-cigarettes. It is highly addictive, and that highly addictive chemical is also in cigarettes. The reason that it's dangerous in cigarettes is because it's in cigarettes. That's why NRTs don't cause the harm that combusting burning tobacco does. Nicotine's only dangerous because of its association with cigarettes. All of the studies cannot prove causation, only correlation. And the correlation is that these youths were previous smokers. Sorry. Thank you, Danielle. I appreciate that. FDA getting straight up glanced. More than 1 in 4 high schoolers currently use e-cigarettes. That is still the weirdest way to say that the majority of kids don't vape. 1 in 4? What percentage is that? That's like 75%. That's like saying 75% of high schoolers don't vape. Many e-cigarettes by teens are shaped like USB sticks, pens, or even watches, which makes them easy for students to hide at school. Telling youths that these products are easy to hide? What the fuck is wrong with you, FDA? What are you doing? Why? Number one reason given was curiosity. I, after reading this, am more curious about e-cigarettes than I have ever been in my life. It's useless and pointless and fruitless to tell kids, look, this is a vape. Here it is. Here's all about it. It comes in lots of flavors that you probably like, but don't use it. Oh, by the way, all your friends are using it too. And they come in really small, really convenient sizes. And you can hide them from your teacher and you can hide them from your parents. And if you do it right, you won't even exhale any vapor. Also, don't do it. But don't do it. But don't do it. Teens are more susceptible to nicotine addiction than adults because their brains are still developing. I don't know if this is true or not. From everything that I've read, it seems to be true, but it's not exclusive to nicotine. It's just a teen thing. They're more susceptible to addiction in general. Just in general. Snapchat, Instagram, whatever, video games, porn, vaping. Despite what some kids think, vaping is not safe. In fact, vaping is not safe. In fact, the reason that it's not safe is because one Juul pod contains as much nicotine as a whole pack of cigarettes. That's why it's not safe. It's not safe because Juul pods have high nicotine. Because one Juul pod is supposed to last a pack-a-day smoker all day. So that's why. So it's good for adult smokers. It's a fucking public health miracle for adult smokers, but they're dangerous for youths because they have as much nicotine as a whole pack of cigarettes. Some e-cigarettes, this is the last one over here on this page right here, this bottom one here. Let's really blow this up. Some e-cigarette aerosols contain chemicals such as formaldehyde that can cause cancer. It's out there. It's hanging out there all pink and naked because of the FDA. They just made the claim that e-cigarettes cause cancer. The FDA just said that e-cigarettes cause cancer because of formaldehyde. Now, formaldehyde is not a new thing. I mean, formaldehyde as a element or whatever, as a thing, has been around, been studied for hundreds of years, hundreds and hundreds of years. Studied formaldehyde. We know everything there is to know about formaldehyde. And no, there are no e-cigarettes that have formaldehyde in them or contain formaldehyde. I believe the number is 0. I'm going to have to double check. Maybe it's less than that now, but it's 0. The only time any study ever, and I know I'm making a broad sweeping generalization here, but anytime any study ever has come up with the formaldehyde, it's because they were misusing the products. Formaldehyde is only generated, formaldehyde, acrolein, all these other compounds that just have big dangerous sounding word names. All of those are only present when, how many times have we heard Farsalinos say this? Dry puff conditions. When you're using your vaporizer completely incorrectly, that's when you can create these harmful chemicals. Much like if you, grilled a steak way too long, carcinogens. Same thing. You're not supposed to do that. No vapor uses it like that. And the amount of formaldehyde that they're fine. It only comes from these dry puff conditions. It only comes from them misusing it. You exhale more formaldehyde from your breath every day than they can find in e-cigarettes. And the FDA should know better. I mean, am I wrong here? The FDA should know better than that. That is wholly, dangerously misleading. Dangerously misleading. I mean, that's insane to me. Okay, no rage sweat, right? We're keeping it breezy, right? Breezy, yeah. Breezy, yeah. Come on. We're having fun. Okay, so look, I'm going to wrap up this news and advocacy segment here. And the last thing I want to show you, it's more insanity. So I'm going to post a link down in the description to this right here. This is from Scholastic. This is all of the FDA approved real cost of vaping homeschool lessons and activities, grades 6 through 8, right? They talk about e-cigarette marketing in the marketing portion. They ask you to go on the internet and look for vape ads and find one that you think is for kids and one that you think is for adults and compare the two. Did the one for kids have more bright colors than the ones for adults? Hey, FDA, let's get the kids to go on the internet and Google fucking vape ads, actively encouraging them to look at vape advertisements. What the crap is that? That's insane. That's actual insanity. Curiosity, number one reason given. The FDA is actively encouraging, through these lessons, kids to go Google vape ads. And that's not even the most infuriating part of this entire thing. It's just the tip of the rage iceberg. There's lessons, look at health impact of e-cigarettes, and they change it based on your grades. So, if you get up here and you're in a 12th grade, and you're even looking at this PDF right here, what 12th grader is going to take, first of all, any of this seriously? And more than that, there's more. Look at this. Did you know e-cigarettes come in a variety of shapes and sizes? It makes them hard to spot. That's like saying, hey, you can just, you guys want to vape? You can hide them from your teachers. They're small enough. Some of them even look like actual flash drives, so you could really trick your teachers. Certain products, look at this, certain products emit very low amounts of aerosol or vapor, which makes them easier to use discreetly than combustible cigarettes. Hey, guys, you're not supposed to be using these, but if you do, you can vape them anywhere you want. You can hide them from everybody. Let's definitely tell kids that. Let's definitely tell kids that. This is just hogwash, bullshit propaganda from the government. And any parent out there, don't make your kids do this. Just please don't make your kids do this. Don't make them go through this whole big thing. It's just going to confuse them. They're not going to know what they're talking about. They're just going to have no good information. It's just going to further confuse them. You could just have, a regular conversation and talk about, smoking and how bad it is and how adults that smoke, this is an option for adults to get away from smoking. Kids aren't stupid. You don't have to scare them away from doing things. You can communicate to them in it like an adult, and they'll understand it because they have brains. There's no reason to scare people. I hate that fear is the number one go-to tactic. It just makes me insane. I'll be putting links down in the description to all of the rage-inducing things we just talked about tonight. And what I would like to do, now that it's 5:45, I'd like to improve my mood very greatly. Like I said, I'm going to put all those links down in the description. The FDA, that one sheet, this thing, I'll put this down in the description as well if you want to. For some reason, I don't know if you wanted to look at that or read that, or just if you're like, I've been too happy lately, I need to be angry and rage at something, you can check out the FDA one sheet there for vape. Facts. So what I'm going to do right now is hydrate your homies. You thought I was going to say mail, and I am going to say mail, but first I'm going to say super chats. I still don't even remember where we left off. Angela, I think that's where we were. Angela, very gracious of you. Amazing how perspective changes when staying at home is no longer a choice. Yeah, it's really weird. I'm going through a thing right now. It's bizarre, the level of like cabin fever, realizing like I really shouldn't leave the house except once a week to go to my mailbox, and I just go there and I go in one room and back in my car and back home, and that's it. I thought I was prepared. I'm not. It changes everything, Angela. Appreciate that. Daniel, very gracious of you. Hello, brother. Happy birthday from the Smell Nice guy. That's right. You smell nice. Herman Vapes, UK, pre-lockdown, still had some multi-packs of your juice for sale. Much love. Awesome. Daniel, that's awesome. I'm glad you got something. Suburban Dirt Farmer. What does a dirt farmer do exactly? Yo dude, vape shops are allowed to remain open during the quarantine in South Carolina. Guess I'm essential and get to help smokers quit smoking. You're essential, you suburban dirt farmer. You're essential. Vape shop employees are the front lines of this. They are the ones converting smokers. They're the ones on the front lines of this. You are essential. I appreciate you, suburban dirt farmer. Appreciate you. Eifer, what'd you say? Rip trippers? What? Oh, rip trippers? What are you talking about, rip trippers? I don't really stand for, people talking trash on rip trippers on my channel. I like to defend rip trippers. And then I guess TFK wants to only be somewhat biased. Yeah, campaign for tobacco-free kids. Is that what you mean? And it's the same thing with Aaron Mills and Pave and Parents That Vape and Parents Against Vaping. These are all just Bloomberg campaign for tobacco-free kids funded astroturfing bullshit. They don't want to make the world a better place. They want to make the world their place. And that, I don't want to live in their world. I just don't. Grant, very gracious of you. When will people learn that adults like flavors too? Yeah, flavors are the hardest sell. But it's crazy that, of course, people like flavors. Good Lord. Of course adults like flavors. Now, adults only eat Cheerios. Well, if you go in my cabinet, you're going to see Cheerios and Wheaties. So maybe adults don't like flavors. The Vaping Australian, my girl is watching. Can you send our love, please? Our love? I'll send my love. I'll send my love to you there, Vaping Australian. And then Ethan, normal you. I was able to see Mystery Science Theater live a couple of months ago. Have you ever been? No. I've never got to see it live, but I'm a huge Mystery Science Theater 3000 fan. I love them. Obviously, I use the clip all the time. I've never been. I'm jealous that you got to go, Ethan. I'm legitimately jealous that you got to go. And what I would like to do right now that the super chats are out of the way, I really have a lot of mail. In fact, I'm venturing a guess right now that I'm not going to be able to build on the tripod and that the mail might take the complete rest of this vlog. So, what the hell? Boosh. Let's just jump into it. Mail! Anthony Ramella, I believe, gave me these vanilla scented garbage bags. Yeah. Bunches. There's literally bunches of mail. I can't believe I'm doing the mail this late. Does that seem weird to anybody else? Doesn't mail usually happen within like the first 20 minutes of the vlog generally? Not this time. Fuck the system. Oh, we're not going to get to be able to do getting to know GrimmGreen. That's fine. Look. It's fine. We'll get there when we get there, you know? That's what I always say. We'll get there when we get there. And I'm going to open this Turk package first because I know that there are mouth-to-lung coil heads inside of this knife that doesn't cut. Ugh. All right, hang on. All the knives are in other rooms, so I'm going to go grab a knife that actually cuts. All right. Knife that cuts. Matching carpets knife. Didn't even open one box yet. We've been in vape mail like 20 minutes. Good Lord, Turk. Oh. That was some... Okay, I'll stop. Oh, I got some stickers. I got the sticker pack. I fucking love these stickers. I just wish I knew how to place to put them. All over my car? I don't know. That could be a thing. What? I got a Ben Franklin Turk V2? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah, that's dope. You guys see that on there? Is it going to focus on me? Do you see Ben Franklin's face right there? That's pretty pimp. That's pretty pimp. That's pretty pimp, Turk. You're like a pimp. You're like one of those pimps. You're like a guy that's a pimp. This is all I really cared about. These are the mouth to lung coils that Turk's building. I got some coming next week from Coil Turd. Interesting seeing. Oh, those are some dainty little, tiny little coils. He wrapped them so that one lead goes off in one direction, one lead goes off in the other direction, so you could literally just drop this into a K-Fun. Awesome. Awesome. What's the ID on these? MTL, Twisted Messes Nichrome 80.65, 332 gauge, Clapton with 38 gauge. So it's a triple core 28 gauge. Dang. Stoked, Turk. Thank you. Thank you for these mouth-to-lung coils. I have a tripod and a K-Fun that these desperately need to get into. My original plan was to get these into the tripod tonight, but it's just, damn it, it's just not going to happen. And also, Turk, I appreciate the liquid. There's enjoy, bro. Oh, thank you, Turk. Liquid, this is very gracious of you, Turk. I mean, incredibly gracious of you. Ooh, even some salts. What is this? 20 milligram. Oh, shit. That might be a little bit high, but God, I would love to try Turkish blend in a salt. Well, more for the yo-yoys. Anyway, I am stoked. Mouth to lung coils. Mouth to lung coils, and they come in fancy pink wrappers on there, and that's cool. Just differentiated. Thank you, Turk. I appreciate that. I also have, this is from my cousin. This is a birthday gift, I believe. Not sure, Barbara. Barbara, if you're still here. Everything old is new again, Eve. I agree. I believe this is something from my cousin, Barbara. I think I know what's in here. I'm not 100% sure what's in here. You did one hell of a job taping this thing up. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. I think I know what this is. Oh. Dead air. Just love it. Oh, to Nick. Open on the vlog. I will, Barbara. I will. But you want me to read this whole thing? This is impossible. Nicholas Pickles. I can't read this whole thing. Do not open the package until the vlog. Yes. So thank you, buddy. Yeah, see, that's what I was gonna do. Barbara. Yes. Vinyl. It's vinyl. Oh, it's the gift of vinyl. I've been given the gift of vinyl. Yeah, nobody knows. Nobody in this chat tonight, nobody in this vlog tonight is going to know who this is. Any of these artists. I barely. And I'm not saying that like, oh, you guys would never know these like hipster artists that I listen to. They're just obscure old artists that I wouldn't expect anybody to know who they are. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, wow. That's, yeah, I have a little bit of a weird cosmic connection to Jon Stewart as well, Barbara. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Barbara. I'm not going to read this whole thing. Love you lots, cousin. Virtual hugs and kisses, all that mushy stuff. I typed this because I did not inherit my mom's nice scrolling handwriting. I got my dad's illegible chicken scratch. Yeah, me too. Me too. Let's look at some records, Barbara. Let's look at some records. Holy shit, the best of the Kingston Trio. If you had heard some of these songs, you might recognize, I'm not sure, is anybody hip to the Kingston Trio? I doubt it. The best of the Kingston Trio. I think Tom Dooley is maybe their one like big hit. Maybe Tom Dooley is one of their big hits. But Jon Stewart was in the Kingston Trio. Oh, the Jon Stewart Willard. This is a great record. Yes. This has Belly Full of Tennessee and Golden Rollin' Belly. Golden Rollin' Belly is a great song. Oh, you can't look back. Back in Pomona's on this too. All right, Willard, that's great. Another Jon Stewart record. Jon Stewart was, I don't even know how to explain Jon Stewart. He was a singer-songwriter, like a folky, guitar player-y, singer-songwriter-y guy. Now, see, I don't even know about this. This is some Revenge of the Budgie. Nick Reynolds and Jon Stewart. Not sure I've ever heard this album, but dang it, I own it now. Yeah, Punch the Big Guy, Jon Stewart. This is a record from my childhood. My mom's side of the family, I mean, everybody in my family really is Jon Stewart fans. My mom is especially a Jon Stewart fan, and oh, Jon Stewart. Interesting. Huge Jon. What? Okay, another Jon Stewart album. What? Mr. Spock's Music from Outer Space? Is this like really an original Leonard Nimoy record? No, the finest. No, this can't be original. Yeah, Leonard Nimoy released an album, and it's Mr. Spock's Music from Outer Space. Look at Leonard Nimoy on the back. I'm really excited about that. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. There you go. Last record in the package. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Deja Vu. Deja Vu. Great. I mean, awesome. I mean, thank you, Barbara. Thank you for the records. I'm going to listen to them. There's a few in here I've never heard before. And honestly, Friend of Jesus. Oh, you know that song, Eve? I like that song. This is what I'm really excited about. Mr. Spock's Music from Outer Space. Awesome. I had a feeling there was going to be a Kingston Trio record in here too. Yeah, Hang Down Your Head, Tom Dooley. I think that's the only one that really, I think anybody would know. Go look up Kingston Trio. They were like, I don't know, like folk music. Great. More things. Barbara, thank you. This is from patron package, 100%. 200% this is a patron package. 400% this is a patron. 900% this is a patron package. Oh, you can't look back. Oh, it's beer. Oh, yay, beer. Dalton coming in clutch with the beer package. Yeesh. Single speed. That looks like the hipstery beer of like hipster beers. Look at how hipster that is, which means it's probably awesome. It's probably awesome. We also got a Ripple White Ale in here. Cast Iron Oatmeal Brown. These are all come from Four Hands Brewing. Four Hands? Yeah, Four Hands Brewing. Holy crap, this is awesome. Full Life Lager. Full Life Lager. Dang, Dalton, here's the thing. I'm gonna label these right now. I'm gonna write your name on the bottom of all of these. I'm actually just writing Dalt. So later, in future vlogs when inevitably I taste one of these beers and I hold up single speed and I'm like, I don't really remember where this came from. It must have been sent by somebody. Yep. I'll be able to look at the bottom of it and go, oh, that was sent from Dalt. Who's Dalt? I forgot who Dalt was. Who is Dalt? It's Dalton Drippery. Thank you. Who doesn't love a beer package? Who? Probably people who don't drink beer. That's probably who doesn't enjoy a beer package. Just want to do some vaping. I really do want to get to that liquid tasting. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get through this mail, and I'm going to taste that liquid because it's that tobacco. It's that Black Panther tobacco from last week. I'm sorry, I just haven't been vaping, and I wanted to vape. Vape intermission. Just chill for a second. I just wanted to vape. I haven't vaped in a second. Vaping's so great. Seriously, you guys know this? I love it. It never doesn't satisfy me. It always satisfies me. I've never been bummed when a vape, even a bad vape, still a pretty good vape. It's just so magical when your mod and your RDA or whatever topper you're using and your liquid, they all come together to give you that really good experience. That's what I'm getting with this Hexome Recoil Peach Among Worlds right now. Sorry, not sorry. Is it my train time? I know, I don't have a train time. I have nothing to force me to vape. I just have to remember to vape. And my memory is garbage, so... Yeah, Burst Bacco Bold. Totally gone. But Burst Bacco Nuts still exists. It's still... hang on. Jeremy V? What the heck? This is something from Jeremy V. It's even got his J logo. Jeremy. You jerk. You didn't need to send me anything, man. You do too much for me. Okay, that's amazing. Where did you get a Star Wars Galaxy's Edge tumbler? Where'd you get a Star Wars Galaxy's Edge tumbler? Oh, no. Holy crap. Is this a birthday gift? Hey, Nick, I just want to send you a little something for your birthday. My mom works at Disney, so she helped with the mug and stickers. I hope you like them. Thanks for everything you do, my friend, Jeremy V. Oh, Jeremy V. Okay, these are awesome. Awesome stickers. Awesome mug. Awesome also. You guys have no idea. I'm about to geek out harder than I've ever geeked out about something before. Holy shit. Unopened. I cannot wait. This is a DVD. This is the Tooth and Nail videography. These are the music videos that Tooth and Nail Records released in the 90s. This is all of my teens on this DVD. I mean, you want to talk about MXPX, OC Supertones, Stavesacre, Crux is on here, Fan Mail is on here, Outer Circle is on here, Living Sacrifice is on here, Strong Arm is on here, Goaty Hook is on here, The Dingies, Dogwood, are you kidding me? Dogwood. I can't help it. Although I am no longer a believer, I love Christian music because I spent years with Christian music, and I just have such fond memories of it. Fuck yeah, Tooth and Nail Records. I don't even know what to say. This is one of the best gifts I've ever got, Jeremy. I can't even... Awesome. Spock and a Tooth and Nail. Are you kidding me? You guys are too kind. You guys are seriously way too kind to me. Oh, this though. Shit. If I had time, I just want you guys to know that if I had time, I would set up this device that I'm about to open up right now. I would set it up and vape it right now. And I'm pretty excited about it. How many did I get? 3, which means yo. Someone's getting a brand new Reload Vapor 26 millimeter RTA. There's the box. I just saw these kind of hitting Instagram recently. Let's see. This is the stainless one. How you open it? There's the stainless, and it's a big fucking RTA. I mean, that's big and bulbousy. It's not as bulbousy as, say, remember the Owl sub-ohm tank? Remember that? It's not that bulbousy, but it has kind of like a bulbous level to it. There is a bulbousy component to this. And that's even, that's the bubble glass on there too. It appears to be, it appears to have no airflow. Yeah, no airflow that I can find. Oh, I don't want this to be complicated RTA, you guys. Why did they do this complicated? Where's the airflow? Why? Okay. Airflow's hidden. Oh, it's velocity style. They did velocity style airflow. That's new. Usually people just ripped off the velocity deck, but they did velocity style airflow where you unscrew this ring, and I'm not going to be able to show you this, but you unscrew this ring and it sort of raises and reveals airflow holes. 3 airflow holes, 4 airflow holes, 4 airflow holes all along the perimeter of it. It's a bit restricted. I'm interested to see how open you can get it without it making look super dorky. Yeah, so full open, it does kind of look dorky. But it is terribly smooth, incredibly smooth, silly smooth airflow. Well, I just want to get a look at this deck. How am I doing on time? Whew. Cutting it close, you guys. Cutting it real close. It is a postless design. Yeah. Place to capture your leads. I mean, I'm not sure. What can you see that deck right there? Not really, because I'm bad at this. Can't really see it. It's a postless design. It has those like Mike Vape's recurve style sort of walls, like containment walls of airflow on the side. Interesting. I've been on an RTA kick lately. You know, I've just been, with my own RTA looming in the distance on the horizon. I've been really into RTAs and wanting to get building and get wicking and see how other people do takes on RTAs and see how other people do their wicking. And I don't know, I've just been getting into it. Like I said, COVID, quarantine, if nothing else, has really got me back into vaping a lot more. You know, not that I was getting out of it, but it just has completely reinvigorated my let's build stuff. Let's wick stuff. Let's try juices. Let's fiddle and have fun. Like vaping used to be really, really fun. Like it's a fun hobby. And I feel like there's just been so much bullshit going on with the federal government and campaign for tobacco-free kids and Mike Bloomberg and parents that vape and the lung injuries. And I feel like we've just been beaten up. And we're just miserable now. We're just like, I guess an RTA sounds fine. Fuck the government. Fuck the state. It's fun. We need to have fun. I remember when vaping was fun. And I'm excited that I've been having fun with vaping again. Now that I'm in quarantine, I've been having a lot of fun with vaping again. Dying batteries as well. Having fun with dying batteries as well. All right, so last one. This is from Amazon. I have a feeling might be a gift of some sort. This might be a birthday gift. Might be a birthday gift. What? What are you? The Crow family. The Crow family. Oh, that's so cool, Crow family. Thank you so much. Thomas Crow, the Crow family, thank you. You know, I love you guys, and this is awesome. This is a still. This is a piece of film from freaking Return of the Jedi. That's a film. If I had a light, I would show you it behind it. This is a film. That's a frame of film from Return of the Jedi. And a literal piece of the movie is in my possession now. Thank you, Thomas Crow. Thank you, the Crow family. You guys are too kind to me. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. Completely awesome. Thank you. Man, what a great birthday. What a great birthday. I got great people. I'm feeling thankful for the abundance at this point. That's it. That's all for mail. What are we doing? Woo! Who's ready for a liquid tasting? Who's ready to taste a tobacco liquid? I'm really excited about this. Should I do the tobacco liquid or should I? Okay, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to do the tobacco liquid. Are we ready to do the tobacco liquid? Did we see? Yeah, I didn't even look to see what the frame was. It is, it looks like Jabba the Hutt. It's a frame. It's Jabba the Hutt. Salacious Crumb is down there. And the guy that I can't remember his name with the big things who speaks to Jabba. Jedi. Oh. Jedi, Jabba the Hutt. God, what's that guy's name? I'm failing my Star Wars test right now. I should not be allowed to have a stormtrooper tattooed on my throat. Well, that's it. Get the cheese grater. Tattoo's coming off because I can't think of that guy's name. I'm going to keep thinking about that guy's name. Thank you. Thank you, Thomas Crow. And thank you, Jeremy B. Thank you, Barbara. I mean, seriously, thank you so much. It's been a great birthday. I got beer. You want to see the black one? You want to see the black 26 millimeter RTA? Oh, wait, this is in the wrong packaging. The gold is in the black and the black is in the gold. Nope, the gold is in the gold and the gold is in the black. All right, so I have two gold ones and a stainless. Kind of bums me out. I was really kind of wanted that black one. That's okay. These boxes are annoying to close. Reload Vapor, just so you know. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. I got it right here. It's time. Oh, but first, I remembered. Boop. Not even the whole one. I don't have time. We don't have time. No time. Where did we leave off? IFOR. Nope. Oh, yeah. Okay. Where did we leave off? Adults Like Flavors 2, Australian Vapor, Ethan, IFOR. Oh, okay. IFOR. Here we are. We're back with IFOR. I was referring to the dry knuckles. Sorry, low-hanging fruit. Yeah. And look, at least he was straight up front about it. He's like, look, this is an affiliate link in my description. And if you click it, he was very upfront about it. It might have been really weirdly, oddly out of left field, but at least he was honest about it. For British eyes only, those stickers would look great on Casey's car. Should I go decorate it for her? Do you think she'll enjoy that? Good idea, British eyes. If there's one thing that we should definitely put on a brand new Mini Cooper, it's paper Star Wars stickers. She's going to be so stoked. So stoked. Suburban Dirt Farmer, very gracious of you. I come from a line of farmers, but I have the worst brown thumb. I can't make anything grow, so therefore, Dirt Farmer. I now live in the suburbs. There you go. I didn't know that Dirt Farmer was the term for that. Brown thumbs? Yeah. I'm hip to... I've killed plenty of plants. I've managed to keep a lot of plants alive, but I've killed many plants. Eifer, I legitimately know all of them. Every record? Come on, Eifer. All right, it's quiz time, Eifer. Me and you. I'm just kidding. Matt Sinister, very gracious of you. On the next live stream, please play Mr. Spock's record. Dude, I would love to. I think YouTube would nail my ass to the wall instantly. Like, if I got a record player out here, I was like, let's just spend an hour listening to Mr. Spock's record. YouTube would go, what are you doing? What are you even trying to do? Why are you even trying to do that? Maybe I'll do it on an Instagram, on like the Patreon live stream. We can have a group listening session of Mr. Spock's record. We'll do that on Monday morning. Listening party. Zach, very gracious of you. Vaping is like pizza and pizza is like sex. Even when it's bad, it's still pretty good. That's true. I've eaten really bad pizza. Can't think of a way to finish that. Grant, very gracious of you. Were you a fan of Suicide Silence? No. In fact, and I don't mean to be so blunt, I just never listened to them. They were one of those bands where I would just say, and I feel like this way about a lot of bands, I just say, more for you. Like, I've just never heard it. At this point, maybe I will. If it's good, send me a banger. I'll check out a Suicide Silence banger, but it's one of those, like, it's more for you, more for you. I feel that way about the Disturbed. The Disturbed is a very divisive band because I legitimately can't stand them. I would rather listen to nothing. I would rather listen to Silence than the Disturbed. But if people like the Disturbed, then more for you. Just like them. Liking things shouldn't be difficult. It shouldn't be like this stressful thing. Just like things and just like them because you like them. I'll check out Suicide Silence for sure. Night Gaunt, there you are. Grimm, moderators in chat. You are all effing again. Much love to you all. Also heard the song of Danzig covers Elvis, and it was a hunk of burning junk, unfortunately. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Night Gaunt. What were you expecting, though, from Danzig covering an Elvis song? I feel like that couldn't have ended any other way. Eifer, four airflow holes. Four. God. I used to love the count. Who didn't love the count? Night Gaunt, that should have been, you are all effing amazing, not again, stupid autocorrect. That's okay. Night Gaunt, I knew exactly what you meant. Thomas Crow, happy birthday. Thank you, Thomas Crow. If you were here, I'd give you a big hug, man. I really appreciate that. Eifer, there you go. You should be wearing the Star Wars tattoo. It's Bib Fortuna. Bib Fortuna. Bib Fortuna. Because Star Wars and names don't need to make any sense at all. I want to taste this freaking liquid. Let's go there now. So this is the Panther series. The Panther series. We opened this last week. Black. This is a tobacco. It's just called Black. This is the Panther series. Black. Creamy tobacco. We're in for a creamy tobacco treat. Creamy. I've never had a creamy tobacco. I've never heard tobacco described as creamy. But let's give it a little bit of a knuckle test here. There's chocolate in this liquid. There's definitely chocolate in this liquid. 78-22 mix. That's an interesting mix. Who does 78-22 PG-VG? That's just interesting mix of PG and VG. Like I said, we're toasting this on the Dead Goat tonight because it was built and the Dead Goat's really easy to wick. So that's how we ended up here with the Dead Goat. I'm just going to saturate these coils, saturate this cotton, dive into this creamy-ass tobacco. I guess I have heard tobaccos described as creamy before. I think I described burst tobacco nuts. Burst tobacco nuts. I think I described that as like a creamy tobacco flavor. Did I not? So this Dead Goat is actually sitting at right at like 0.09. But I have this topside light in bypass mode. So it's going to fire it perfectly. Oh, vapors. You ever apply vapor to your coil while you're firing it? That just feels like the most rebellious thing. Just kidding. All right, here we go. Black Panther smooth. What is this? I can't believe I said smooth. Creamy tobacco. Creamy tobacco. The Panther series. Creamy tobacco. Cheers. Let's have a toot. Whoa. This is, whoa. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do what I always do. Whenever I have a little bit of a liquid tasting session, I'm going to sit back and just vape it for a hot minute, come back, we'll talk about it. So the first thing I'm going to do is this. We're going to kill the audio. Okay. Here's what we're going to say about the Panther Series Black Creamy Tobacco. This is legit. Holy crap, this is legit. I don't know what it is. I've been interested in tobacco flavors lately. We had the Burst Bacco, then we had the Burst Bacco Nuts. I did a patron video where we tasted this liquid again. This is an old Baker White tobacco liquid that I love. This, if you go back in my YouTube far enough, there's a video where I'm mixing e-liquid, and it's called something about e-liquid Planet's Liquid Lab. I think that's in the title of it. E-Liquid Planet's Liquid Lab. And I believe in that video, I mixed up some Virginia tobacco. The E-Liquid Lab was basically exactly what it sounds like. It was big bottles of PG and VG, a big bottle of Nick, and a whole bunch of flavorings. And it was like this little DIY kit that E-Liquid Planet sold. I don't know why nobody does that anymore. It was awesome. And they had like 5 tobacco flavors in there. And at the time, I was on a big tobacco kick. I made up some Virginia tobacco. And this is like a clone taste-alike of this Virginia tobacco. It's crazy how much this tastes exactly like that tobacco flavor. And it's hard to even describe. It's just one of those things that when you taste it, you know. Rich, tree barky, sweet. There's a lot of sweetness in this. It's very rich. It has a very big mouthfeel to it. Tree bark. That's the only way I can describe it. And not like negative tree bark. This is a positive tree bark. Like, think of the best tree bark you've ever had, then that's this tree bark. This isn't like, this isn't, you go down to Tucson, Arizona, and it's like dry tree, which is bark, and it breaks, it's dusty, and it gets on you, and you're like, what the fuck, it's tree bark? This tree bark, picture like the Pacific Northwest, and moist, wet, moss-covered, rich earthy tree bark. Like just like you could just tear it off the tree and squeeze it and drink the water that comes out of it. Just mossy, rich, like potting soil, like that earthy, that tree bark. That's the tree bark we're after. None of the Tucson tree bark. We want Pacific Northwest tree bark. Throw in some sweetness, throw in some big mouthfeel. That's what you get. You get a creamy tobacco. It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre and I love it. That's the only, I can't see, that's the problem with tobaccos is they're really hard to describe. Here's what I'll say. Cherry bark. Yeah, cherry wood tree. That kind of rich, earthy, but there is some sweetness in it too. There's like this sweetness, earthiness. Here's what I'll say. If you're a tobacco person, if you're interested in tobacco liquids and you never had a good one, I think this would honestly be a really good tobacco to start with. It's not overly pungent in any way. It's not, it's not too overpowering in any way. It's a real nice, smooth, sort of creamy tobacco flavor. That's the creamy tobacco. It borderline has almost like a tea flavor to it, like that Poet Sweet Black Tea a little bit as well. Like a little bit, just a little bit. Oh, that lovely tree bark. Tree barking it. Of course, Ruby Roo, of course, Ruby Roo. So that's what we got. Dude, we got Black Panther, smooth, creamy. I keep saying smooth and it's not smooth, it's creamy. Creamy e-liquid. If you're into tobaccos or you're even passively you're thinking, I might try a tobacco, make this one the first one you try. It's just really good. I think it's better than Burst Bacco. I think it's better than Burst Bacco Nuts. It's like a completely different flavor profile from that tobacco. It's like not all strawberry e-liquids taste the same. It's a completely different tobacco flavor profile. I would just, if you're interested in the tobacco, I would just say, just try it. Just try it. And I feel like this would honestly be better at a lower wattage. This is a 0.09. So it's 90 watts. I feel like this on like a little bit higher of a resistance with a little bit lower of a wattage, I think the flavor would really come out a lot more other than like just cooking it on a 0.09 at 90 watts. I think I might get a little bit more nuance, sort of flavor out of it. Is eating tree bark a West Coast thing? What, you never ate tree bark? Eat tree bark. You eat brick because you're a man. All right, I get that. That's fine. I understand that. Anyway, let's just go ahead and wrap this vlog up here, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me again. I was missing the vlog. I was missing streaming. I wasn't missing the vlog, but I was missing streaming. I didn't stream on Tuesday or Wednesday, and I was kind of missing it a little bit. It gave me a chance to actually shoot and edit some videos, which I had a lot of fun doing. And it kind of made me take a little bit of stock as to what I'm doing on my YouTube. I love the live vlog, but I'm just kind of rethinking about what I want to do. I really enjoyed shooting and editing some content, and I think I'm going to start doing a lot more of that. Maybe I'm going to move away from live streaming again. We'll just see how it goes. I've never run this YouTube in any sort of way that makes any sense at all to anybody. I just keep trying my best, and that's what I'm going to keep doing, So tell your friends, come on over, GrimmGreen, hang out on Thursdays, and we'll have a good time. But that's where I'm at. I'm in a much better mood now. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. I mean, all the gifts, and Barbara and Jeremy and Dalton and Thomas. Thank you guys seriously so much. And I just appreciate you. And it's going to get better, you guys. I believe that. And we got to stay positive. It's going to get better. We're gonna a few years from now, we're not even gonna remember COVID. We're gonna be like, remember COVID? Remember when we were in quarantine all summer? That was weird. Remember when we had to deal with that? Remember social distancing? Oh yeah, social distancing. Come here, give me a hug. Everything's going to go back to normal. And then we're going to continue to keep fighting for our vaping rights. And we're going to continue to argue with agenda-driven politicians on Twitter. And it's just going to be a thing that happens. And we can get back to fighting the man and having fun with vaping. Deal? All right, you guys. I'm going to end this vlog right now. We're just going to finish up a few of these super chats. Let me give you the bumper. Whoop. That's all you get. Just one black. Whoop. That's it. British Eyes. Casey said she wants one of each of the M-Turk stickers, not only on the bumper, but the rear side windows as well. Okay, maybe above the gas cap too. Yeah, is that what she said? That's weird. That's such a change. I believe you. I'll go do it, but it's just weird. It's just weird that she changed her mind so quickly. Grant, very gracious of you. Grimm, listen to No Pity for a Coward by Suicide Silence. I was in the same boat as you. Cool Kids Club. All right. No Pity for a Coward. All right. I'm doing it. Suicide Silence. You can't stop me. Matt Sinister. We've seen Casey work out. Yeah, no on the stickers, Nick. Yeah. So the patrons we got when we were live streaming, we watched Casey hit a 100-pound heavy bag. And from that moment on, all of my patrons feared for my life. Yeah. Yep. Don't cross the pickle. Don't cross the pickle because you can kick your guts. Thanks, Matt. Lastly, from J Blaze Coils here, George Lucas was wearing a bib while eating tuna, and Lawrence Kasdan, seeing this while writing the screenplay for Return of the Jedi, came up with the name Bib Fortuna. I'm just going to assume that's real and be highly entertained by that, J Blaze Coils. Really appreciate that, man. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and wrap this vlog down. We're at the end here. Thank you guys so much for coming up. Don't forget, coming up at 7 p.m. over there on the Ruby Roo YouTube channel. Oh, That's What She Said. Yeah, it's happening tonight. I saw the thumbnail. I can't remember what it says. Pop quiz. Isn't that what it says? Something like that? They're doing a quiz show tonight. Should be pretty fun. I'm going to fire up the volcano and join them. But thank you guys. Seriously, so much for watching. Let me just take one quick look and make sure I didn't forget nothing. Yeah, I did. What the heck? Yeah. Okay, now we're all good. We're going to finish this vlog. So seriously, thank you guys so much for watching. Vape Team is coming on at 10 p.m. as well. Yeah, Vape Team on the Vape Team channel. Same time, same Vape Team. Vape Team. I appreciate that, Rick. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for coming out to the vlog. I love that you love the vlog because I love the vlog. This is our fellowship time. This is when I get to hang out with you guys, and it warms my heart. I'm thankful for the abundance. So thank you guys. Nothing but love. Be excellent to each other. And remember, no matter what any crooked politician tells you, no matter what Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids tells you, no matter what angry, paid-for mothers on Twitter tell you, absolutely, you guys. Let's keep on vaping. Be excellent to each other. Peace.